Such an interesting time we're in. It's like another vehicle boom, right? And all these manufacturers are going and taking different kind of advances in technology to try to get the best vehicle out there.
And even if you're going to miss that sound, a lot of people love that revving sound. We know that some cars have been converted. You can still have that sound go. But the electric, those take off pretty quick, too.
Yeah. And I think we've talked about before on this show where, like, you could take muscle cars and put electric vehicles in them.
I remember that story. That was cool.
Summer is on its way. Yes. So you might be worried about your energy bill in the warm months coming up.
Yes. So here's how switching one device in your home could save you money. Look at the air quality in a few major cities across the country, and overall, it's pretty quiet. There are some areas that are moderate, from Atlanta to St. Louis, Albuquerque, on into Los Angeles. But as we head into the summer, get that hot, stagnant air, we're going to see the orange and the purple start to pop up on this map.
Yeah, there's a lot of green on the map, which is good. Many other major cities, Portland, Boston, south into Dallas, Tampa, are looking much better for today.
Yeah.
But again, you get those high-pressure ridges that just sit. Oof.
Welcome back into Pattern, your home for the latest news in climate change and sustainability. I'm Steph Abrams.
And I'm Jordan Steele. All right, so beach vacation.
Yay!
You're dreaming of taking one maybe this year. It's getting a little more dangerous for you because each year scientists are seeing an increase in potential fatal bacteria infections.
The so-called flesh-eating bacteria grows in warm, shallow coastal waters, and they're thriving as our climate changes. Reporter Christy Benavides from our partners at CBS News has the story. To heal from that, that's scary. I've been hearing about, growing up in Florida, you hear about this a lot. And I always get freaked out if I have a little cut on my leg that all of a sudden gets overtaken.
To me, you would think, what could clean a wound? Yeah, salty water would help disinfect something. But now you've got this thing growing in it that could get into you.
You don't even see it or know or anything like that. Still to come on Pattern, a warmer planet means higher scoring baseball games.
To Pattern, baseball fans, you're rejoicing because the new season is finally underway. But did you guys know climate change could be impacting the team's scores?
Christopher Callahan is a PhD candidate in climate science at Dartmouth College and joins us to explain the connection. I'm so glad you're here because I have talked about this topic year after year after year, so I have a couple questions for you because you found that warmer temperatures are leading to an extra 50 home runs a year. So first, let's start with the basic. How does temperature help impact those home runs?
Well, thanks for having me.
On this. It is less dense, so it's going to carry it farther. I get that part. But is there not more drag on the ball with the more particles or humidity in the atmosphere at all, or is it negligible when it comes to that?
So
cause more drag because there's more of those in the atmosphere opposed to a colder atmosphere.
We don't find that there's more drag from that effect, no.
Right. Are we logical school? I know. How did you come to this conclusion?
So
this study has to do with outside ballparks would have a leg up if they had an outdoor, stadium in the summertime.
Because the climate is warming, we should be seeing more home runs in the future.
It's changing. Will you just give me an info on what that meant real quick?
I'm going to throw you a curveball.
Pun intended.
The climate is going to be affecting the players as well. So, as you mentioned, if nothing else changes, then yes, we'll see more home runs. But if it's more hot and more humid out and whatnot, that could affect the players and how they're playing the game and hitting the actual ball.
And hot dogs. And yeah. So my question is, have you done any follow-up with just fan interaction? I'm assuming they're enjoying the fact that there are more home runs.
Like baseball or just like math and physics?
No,
Sweet. We're on the same team. My dad's from Chicagoland area, so I was born and raised on the Cubs. So go Cubbies.
That's
Christopher
funny.
Callahan, PhD candidate in climate science at Dartmouth College. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
See, that's when you can take science and make it fun.
Yes.
If you have this interest, and you're like, I'm going to do some kind of cool little study.
I always wondered about if it's more humid, there is more water vapor in the air, but I guess that's not enough to cause the drag, which is interesting.
Right. And we talk a lot about this with like any sport outside football too. Like if you can kick the ball farther, or what about if you're, in Mile High and you have, less dense air when it comes to being in a higher altitude versus if you're at lower altitude.
Yeah.
All this comes
There's a lot that goes into it. For more stories like
for you, could coconuts be the solution to sea level?
I don't like coconut water. Are you into coconut water?
If you open the coconut, will you drink the water from it?
I've actually never done that. I should try it.
Oh, you should do that.
Is that different than?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
It's from the source.
Yeah. Pattern by the year 2050, the U.S. will lose more than 4 million acres of land to sea level rise. That's according to Climate Central. The 5 states that stand to lose the most property, no shock, Louisiana, #1, right on the list. Texas, Florida, Virginia, and New Jersey.
Yeah, so that means, let's say the Jersey Shore, which has been a vacation destination for generations, could be in jeopardy. There's one community trying to fight that by using coconuts. Ted Greenberg from WCAU has more.
That sounds coconut.